Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Home School. This is Shahjadi Akter, Assistant Teacher of Science of National Ideal English Version School Day Shift. Today I am going to take a physics class for class 9 students. My dear students, our today's topic chapter 1 MCQ and discuss, and today's lecture number is 5 and SW number is 4. My dear students, let's start our class. I have given this topic in our previous class, but today I'll again summarize. I have summarized this topic to summarize again so that you can memorize properly and this topic. Okay, now let's start our class. Unit, symbol and dimension of physical quantities. There is quantity, some quantity, there is the symbol of quantity, there is the name of unit, symbol of unit and dimension. Okay, here length, the symbol of quantity is L, small l and capital N. The unit, the name of the unit of the length is meter, the symbol of the unit is small m and dimension is capital L. Mass, small m, capital M, the unit of mass is kilogram, symbol of unit is kg and dimension is capital M. Time, the unit of time is second, symbol of unit is S and dimension is capital T. Temperature, theta T, Kelvin, K and theta. Electric current I, ampere, A, dimension is capital I. Amount of substance, the symbol of quantity is small n, and unit of the amount of substance is mole and symbol mole, MOL and dimension is capital N. Luminous intensity IV, unit of luminous intensity is candela, symbol of unit is CD and dimension is J. My dear students, memorize properly this table. This is important for your MCQ, and I think it will be more easy to remember this topic, this quantity. Okay, here I have given the important scientist name and their invention. I think it will be more easy to memorize and to remember for you. Okay. Now scientist, at first Greek scientist Thales, Greek scientist Thales predicted about solar eclipse, and he knew about the magnetic property of lodestone. Pythagoras, now come to Pythagoras. Pythagoras discuss about geometry, and he works on vibrating wire and musical instrument. Greek philosopher Democritus. Democritus presented the idea first that matter has indivisible units, that is called atom. Aristarchus, he first gave the idea of the sun-centered solar system. Seleucus proved Aristarchus' ideas with arguments. Archimedes invented principle of lever, converging the solar light using a spherical mirror and the upward thrust of liquids. Eratosthenes, he invented the radius of the earth accurately at that time. Dalton introduced atomic theory in 1803. Thomson invented an electrode within the atom in 1897. Scientist Rutherford showed that the center of the atom there is the smallest nucleus and there are positive charges in it in 1911. Max Planck invented the quantum theory, and the explanation of the stability of an atom became possible in 1900. Now come to Satyendranath Basu. Satyendranath Basu gave an appropriate mathematical explanation of the quantum theory of radiation, and one kind of elementary particle was named boson. Now come to Michelson and Morley. Michelson and Morley trying to prove that there is no existence of ether in 1887, and the velocity of light in both stationary and moving medium is equal. Okay. Now come to Albert Einstein. Einstein invented theory of relativity in 1905 and he also invented the famous equation E equal to mc square, and here he proved that mass can be converted into energy. Now come to scientist Röntgen. Röntgen invented X-ray in 1895. Becquerel showed that radioactive radiation is emitted from the center of an atom in 1896. Pierre Curie and Marie Curie invented radium in 1899, and atoms are not imperishable on disintegrating, and these atoms may emit radioactive radiation. Now come to scientist Newton. Newton published the 3 laws of mechanics and the laws of gravitational force in 1687. He works about optics, and he invented a new branch of mathematics called calculus along with Leibniz. Now come to Count Rumford. Count Rumford showed that heat is a kind of energy, and mechanical energy can be converted into heat energy in 1768. Lord Kelvin introduced 2 important laws of thermodynamics in 1850, and Coulomb invented the laws of force between charges in 1778. Now come to Volta. Volta invented electric battery in 1800. Oersted showed that magnets can be made by the flow of electricity, and Faraday invented electricity can be produced by varying the magnetic field in 1831. Maxwell expressed the varying electric and magnetic field with a single law, the famous Maxwell equation, and he showed that light is electromagnetic wave in 1864. Now come to Al-Khwarizmi. Algebra has come from his book Al-Jabr. Al-Masudi wrote an encyclopedia of 30 parts regarding the history of nature. Ibn al-Hayyum, he is the founder of optics, and Chinese mathematician and scientist Shenkor studied about magnet, and he mentioned the technique of finding directions by using a compass during travel. And now come to the famous scientist Galileo. Galileo introduced the mathematical function formulation with scientific process through experiment, and he was called the father of modern science. Okay, my dear students, now I have provided some mathematical problems as MCQ, and you have to practice this type of mathematical problems for MCQ. Okay, number 1, when a rod is placed between the jaws of a slide calipers, the main scale reading is found 4 cm, vernier superimposition is 7, and the vernier constant is 0.1 mm. What is the length of the rod? My dear students, we will solve this mathematical problem now. At first we know the formula is m plus v into vc. Here m is the main scale reading. Okay, here m is main scale reading, and main scale reading given 4 cm. V means vernier superimposition. Here vernier given v 7, and vc means vernier constant, and here vernier constant is 0.1 mm. Okay, my dear students, now put this value m 4 plus v means 7 into vc 0.1, this one is millimeter. Okay, so 4 plus 7 into 0.7, that means 0.7 millimeter, and if you convert this in centimeter, it will be 0.7 divided by 10. Okay, that means 4 plus 0.7 divided by 10 means 0.07 centimeter. That means 4 plus 4.07 centimeter. My dear students, this is our correct answer option, and put a tick mark on option B. Okay, that means the correct option is 4.07 centimeter. This is the length of the rod. Now come to number 2, which is the correct formula of a rectangular body. Option A, V equal 4 by 3 pi r cube. Option B, V equal pi r square h. Option C, V equal 1/3 pi r square h. Option D, V equal L into V into h. That means the formula of the rectangular body is V equal L into V into h. That means length, height and width. Okay, now number 3. While measuring the length of a rod, main scale reading and vernier superimposition are found 8 cm and 4 respectively. If the vernier constant is 0.01 cm, then what is the length of the rod? My dear students, this is similar as number 1. That means we will know the formula M plus V into VC, and this one is practice at your home. Okay, here option A 12 centimeter, option B 8.04 centimeter, option C 8.01 centimeter, and D 7.96 centimeter. My dear students, we know here given main scale reading. Here given main scale reading is 8 centimeter. That means M 8 centimeter, vernier superimposition V given 4. And vernier constant is 0.01 centimeter. That means M plus V into VC. That means 8 plus 4 into 0.01. That means it will be the answer will be 8.04 centimeter. Okay, and number 4, which is the relation is correct for screw gauge? Option D. Option A, D equal L plus V into LC. Option B, L equal M plus V into VC. Option C, D equal L plus C into LC, and option D, D equal C into LC. My dear students, this is the correct option, and memorize this formula for this formula is for screw gauge. D equal L plus C into LC. Now number 5, if the linear scale reading of a screw gauge is 3 mm for a wire and the number of division of the circular scale is 20, what is the diameter of the wire? Now option A 2.3 mm, option B 3 mm, option C 0.2 mm, option D 3.2 mm. That means our correct answer is option D 3.2 mm. And number 6, which one of the following is the correct? I equal option A, VC equal Sn, option B, VC equal N divided by S, C, VC equal S divided by N, and D, option D is VC equal to S into N. That my dear students, this is the correct formula, VC equal S divided by N, and here S is length of the one smallest division of the main scale, and N is the number of the vernier divisions. Okay, my dear students, here I have written this formula M plus V into VC, and you have to memorize properly this formula and this one. Okay, my dear students, I hope you have understood our today's topic properly. I have given here the famous scientist name and their invention. I think it will be more easy to memorize and to remember for you for MCQ, and do your SW properly. Your SW topic is SW number 4, chapter 1, make 20 MCQ from this above discussion, and you have to submit it on Saturday, that means 13 February. My dear students, keep practicing at home and memorize properly our today's topic, and see you in the next class. Allah Hafiz.